Last 2 days of trading in February, short month, 28 days in February. Looking at the results today, SR counter trend gold got in here, $325 profit. It exited at yesterday's high or Friday's high, or close to Friday's high, or the resistance levels instead of hitting its profit target. So that is the trade in the core strategies today, as well as soybeans. We are short soybeans here. Soybeans is volatile and counter trendy in nature. It's been a long time since we've seen a market that just opens up and then sells off and closes at the low, or opens up and rallies and closes at the high. So I don't know what's going to happen here. It's nice, but it's a day trade, so we'll see how it finishes coming into the $10 per bushel support area on soybeans, and so we'll see if it continues to go down or reverses into the close. No trades on these strategies here. Tick pulse is flat today, very narrow range. I have another video on this to send out today. Shows you how to use consecutive losers. Wait for 3 consecutive losers, and then trade until you have a run up, and then wait again. Boost the average trade profit. We use the money management algorithms to do that. In the 50K and 100K portfolios, you see soybean swing short today, or short from Friday. It does carry trades over the weekend, and soybean meal had a new trade today, and those are the trades in the 50K and 100K. Adding strategies to the $1 million portfolio, I have a list that I'm adding. I'm not done adding those, but there will be an update in the $1 million portfolio. And silver SR counter trend is one of those, and you see that the money management algorithm version is not in that trade today. It did not pull back enough for that to get in, but the base strategy is. In this workspace that I flipped over to, I created an indicator today. I wanted to take a look at what is the average daily range of the last 12 days. The high minus the low over the close. And I wanted to take a look at that. The average daily range is a percentage of the close. And you see right here, and this does not include today. I made this through Friday because today is Monday, and it wouldn't represent a full week. This is a weekly, actually a weekly. The last 12 weeks, what's the average high minus the low over the close average over the last 12 weeks in the INDU, which is the Dow, and you see 0.0138 or 1.38% last week. And so that was 1.38. So the yellow bar represents the low since the 1920s. 1927, went back to 1927 to find this, and you see 1.4% is the low since the 20s. And if you scroll back, you see actually since the 1940s. So it made new lows in here in the 40s. And so if you go back to the 20s, you see these numbers here, 1929. It's a little bit high. If you go back to the 20s, it's a little bit, there's a lower low than what we see here by a little bit. But in nearly 90 years, it made this new low here. So if we scale out here and take a look, I don't know if you could see that. Let me expand this window. So you can see it dropped. It's 1.4% or 0.01401 is the low. And then the ADR, which is the average daily range over close, is 1.57. And then the white line is the one that updates, and the yellow line is measures when there's a new low. And so you see 1.3% is the average range over close on the weekly Dow. And so we're at new lows in about, well, since the 40s. So that's what we're talking about as far as range over close as a percentage of close. So as the market moves higher, we expect the numbers to increase on a point basis to match previous percentage ranges. For example, Dow 10,000, 1% move is 100 points. Dow 20,000, a Dow 1% move is 200 points. Dow 50,000, a 1% move is 500 points. And so it seems to continue to be more locked into the point value of old numbers versus the percentage of the new numbers. And so we haven't seen regular 200-point daily ranges because we're still stuck in the mindset of Dow 10K or 100-point ranges. And so I expect the indexes to correct or the ranges to correct eventually. So that's the point of the indicator and the update for today. And the portfolios, make your decisions as far as adding strategies and portfolios. This is the time to do it, typically at the end of the month. And so I'll have the monthly reports out on Wednesday. I believe March 1st is Wednesday, so I'll have those out for Wednesday. And you can see those and make your decisions. I'm also going to show you a way to trade tick pulse with the money management algorithms by waiting for 3 consecutive losers and then trading for a 1,000 run up. I think you're going to like that approach. Really boost the average trade profit.